First, we're going to watch a clip from Doug Ford because this is exactly why I keep thinking that he keeps winning, okay? And why it is kind of hard to not like Doug Ford, okay? Number one, conservatives and liberals vote together on C5. And I'm sorry, but my grandma would have an aneurysm, okay? If she was alive, my grandmother would have an aneurysm looking at Mark Carney's posture. We need to talk about this, okay? So welcome back to the Freedom Pines podcast. I'm your host, Jamie AB. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you guys so much for watching my videos. It truly means a lot. And, especially because the CRTC really doesn't like me and it's very hard to find me on YouTube. So thank you guys so much. And let's get into today's video. So I'm talking to you guys in the afternoon. I might not be as on my game as if I ever am. How many times do I watch my videos back and I'm like, you did not even mention the first or second thing that you said you were going to talk about. I'm sorry, guys. And you guys, I re-record so much. That's probably why I end up forgetting. But anyways. So, first of all, Mark Carney, do you have ADHD? No hate if you do. I know the feeling, okay? You're the leader of Canada now, and you're going to have to learn how to stand still. Maybe you could chew some gum. Maybe you could learn how to fidget silently, okay? But I'm going to need you to get your stuff together. I don't know how many clips I've seen of Carney yesterday doing weird stuff with his body. Standing there with your arms behind your back at the G7. I know that maybe not a lot of people will talk about this because it kind of seems irrelevant. It's not irrelevant, okay? It's exactly like, I'm sorry, but the amount that Chrystia Freeland and all of our elected officials get paid, there should be no reason why they look the way that they do. Chrystia Freeland going to represent us somewhere yesterday, I can't even remember, and looks haggard. I put more effort to come onto YouTube for you guys than these people do to represent us on the world stage. I sit up straight. I don't understand what is going on, okay? I will say this. I don't like Trudeau, okay? But at least the guy was tall. And you know when he looked the most dumb was when he was wearing those stupid, I mean, there's so many times, but when he was wearing those stupid shoes to meet the king, so he's not even dressing nice anymore. Oh my gosh. Anyways, Canada's a national embarrassment. It's no surprise to me, but is it a surprise to you? Because I genuinely thought that Carney was going to represent us better. But it seems to me like he does not have, I don't know, because it seems like he has confidence when he is our leader. But when he's talking to other people or the media or other leaders, he seems very small. And he literally, quite literally, he has tech neck. Dude, he looks like the guy from the movie where it goes, you're not turtle enough for the turtle club. Turtle. You know that movie? That is exactly what Mark Carney looks like. And it's embarrassing. And I'm sorry, okay? It might be petty to talk about that. But maybe Mark Carney will watch this and realize that he needs to stand the fuck up. At least stand up straight and look presentable, okay? And be courteous to your wife. I don't know why you guys don't hold hands. You are elected officials. You're supposed to be professional. Hello? Go back and watch the Princess Diaries and learn how to do it, okay? If she can change, you can change, Diana and Mark Carney. Okay? Thank you.
Shot up in the air. I don't recommend that, by the way. But he gets charged. I got to find out this guy's name and number, and I got to hold a fundraiser for lawyer fees for him. He should get a medal for standing up. It's like down in the U.S., we should have the castle law.
Yeah.
Someone breaks into your house.
Okay.
I know any of these people here. Someone breaks in your house, and they're coming after your kids, and you're coming after your spouse. You're going to fight like you've never fought before.
Thank you, Doug. So, okay. I'm going to stop right there, okay? You get where his rant is going. If you want to go watch it, I don't have the technology to blank out all of the swearing and rug talk, okay? You hear that, though. That is why people like Doug Ford. Even though Doug Ford is notoriously not liked in Canada, Ontario, he says it like it is. Who else says it like it is and won? Who else used to say it like it was? Say it like it is. Talk like this. I understand that he is off script. I don't really know. But he's right. He's right. The things that he's ranting about, he's right. Number one, Doug. Okay, first of all, why don't you make that law in Ontario? Can't you do that? I don't know. Can you have a right? Can they make a law that in Ontario, you have the right to defend yourself? Defend your property. Hello? What do you mean? What do you mean that we cannot defend ourselves if someone does that to us? This Liberal government has made somebody who does not believe in the pew, okay? I was so against it that I did not believe that even COPS should have it. Okay, I don't even know why I spelled that, but you know what I mean? Why? Because an incident when I was younger with someone who was irresponsible with their pews threatened my life. Okay? And then they got it back because they had special privilege. And can you guys wonder why I thought that white privilege existed? Okay? It's not white privilege. It's whatever club that you were not all part of, by the way. It's the elites. All right? And I went from that to absolutely believing that we should be able to have the right to defend ourselves. Why? Because what Canada's turned into. We don't live in this nostalgic, and Mark Carney yesterday said new world. Just saying. When they said over and over again, new normal, they meant it. There is this, whatever, we're not going back to whatever it was. Anyways, can we not make a law to defend ourselves in Ontario? I don't know. Maybe I should ask ChatGPT, but yeah, because the other day on TikTok, I seen this girl, and she doesn't usually talk about politics, but she was talking about how in Canada, you don't have the right to, go after people who are stealing your car because a life is worth more than a car. How about you should know, and anybody should actually know this, okay? The liberals who are psychologists or whatever they claim to be, you guys should know that when someone's in that type of situation, they are in fight or flight mode. Do you know what fight or flight mode is? I could lose my ever-loving mind. And that means that there is a risk every time, if you're a criminal and you're committing a crime, you are putting people into fight or flight, and you should know that there are lots of people out there, especially in rural Ontario, who would have no problem defending themselves. I live in an NDP area and everybody has them. Okay, everybody has them because we need them up here, okay? I'm talking like rabid dogs and stuff. Okay, that's not the point. The point is that I will just say this. As much as Doug maybe could make a law, our judges are still hired by the feds, by the Liberal government. I don't know why the left pretends that that's not true, but I looked it up yesterday, and yes, and the Governor General also helps with that scenario too. So could she not hypothetically say, hey, if you don't start putting people in jail, then you're fired? I don't know what else to say. What do you mean? I have found out that our Governor General in the last month has way too much power. Way too much power. I'm not even sure we live in a democracy. I'm genuinely not sure. And I thought we did until proroguing of government. I watched House of Commons. Oh man. And I feel like we're all in fight or flight mode, by the way, because of all of this situation that, can you imagine going back and telling our relatives there is live footage of the WAR on TikTok? I will just say too, I've had a couple of audio issues, and I will just say this. When they're on my computer and I re-listen to them, they're fine. And then they take hours and hours to upload to YouTube. And then they get corrupted. So, yeah, I'll be redoing the one about the Conservatives and what they need to do. I'm really angry that audio didn't work, but let's talk about C5, okay? First of all, undo C69. I'm actually fearful for all of the stuff that they're about to do, and I know that sounds stupid because I am very much somebody who believes in obviously using our natural resources because I'm realistic about things. I just worry that the more that they claw back stuff, I'm hoping that they do it in a way because they know how to do this. They know how to do things safely, okay? I'm just hoping that they're going to follow the safety route rather than skipping a ton of steps. Like, I hope it's just the DEI that they're getting rid of, okay? We need investment, but we need it done properly. And I don't want to see them just undo all of this, because here's the thing. Like I said in my video yesterday, this isn't about protecting the environment. This is about sea change. But we need to still protect the environment. You know what I mean? Like, we still need to do things the best that we can, because I'm sitting out there, guys, and I'm gardening and I'm breathing in formaldehyde. Because no matter how high you put the stacks, if they're next to your subdivision, it's still going to really hurt, okay? And I will say that down south has way worse air than me, and I live next to a huge pollutant. But that's the thing that I maybe got to in my video yesterday. But the thing is that they allow all of this dangerous stuff to happen, but they just pretend to care about the environment by banning straws. Because it's funny to me that Quebec doesn't like pipelines, okay? That they don't like pipelines. Gas and oil, dirty. That's literally how they word it in the House of Commons. But Rouyn-Noranda, I said that so incorrectly that it made me sit back. Rouyn, Noranda, exactly how it sounds. Rouyn-Noranda. It's like Juana. That's how they say it. They did testing because they have a smelter there, which unironically, I believe, is a recycling plant. It breaks down certain things. Anyways, the stuff in the air in that place, I go there to buy my groceries sometimes. You guys, I used to come back and think I was just being a bitch because, I don't know, I was coming back from, going to a city. Meanwhile, guys, I am not kidding you. I run into nobody. On the way there, I see nobody. I don't have to pass anybody. Like, there is no reason to be in a bad mood, okay? And I am in a bad mood when I'm down south because of all the traffic and stuff. There is no reason other than the pollution that is in that town that you step out, and the mall that I go to is right by it. But I honestly, for the longest time, had no idea why I felt like crap every single time I come back from there. And then I watched a thing about it, and I'm just like, really? So Quebec will not allow pipelines, but they'll grandfather this thing in where they had to move hundreds of residents because of how badly they were damaging their health, and people were like dying of cancer there. Quebec will allow Rouyn-Noranda to be poisoned, and it's Quebec. There are murals all over that town, okay, depicting people with gas masks on. They protest in their little art thing, okay? The whole town knows, but it's a tricky situation because I'm not sure if that town would survive if it went out. This is how we get into this mess, is ignoring regulations. So please, yes, get stuff done. Repeal C69. Repeal all of the useless environmental bills because they're not environmental bills. Just like right now, why are we not listening to Indigenous people who know how to maintain these know how to help these forest fires? I genuinely, unless I did not know, because now I know that unless I had TikTok, I wouldn't really know about all of these fires. But we never had this many fires taking out communities before. People's houses. Yes, forest fires existed, but like this? I remember one, was it Fort Mac? Yeah, and then another place in Alberta, but those were the biggest ones that I ever remember. So, I don't know. Also, I am looking into this situation, but someone said to power AI, you need uranium. They commented on my video. If you're watching this, thank you for the idea. And if you have any information, guys, let me know. I don't just want to ask ChatGPT. I should probably just Google it. Anyways, uranium is used to power AI. Where do you think all of the uranium is? And that's the type of stuff I'm worried about, is that they're just going to do all of this stuff when really we need a couple of good projects, because how are we going to do all of these? I don't know. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. This is just me talking out loud here, but I don't know, something seems fishy about the Conservatives and the Liberals working together. But then again, I'm like, okay, well, is this going to get stuff done? Are we going to have more jobs? Are we going to have more investment in Canada? Get rid of the carbon tax, the industrial one then. Like, there's so many things that we could do to incentivize besides removing all of these things that keep Canadians safe. Anyways. I hope you guys are having a good day. And I know that I said I was going to look at the Doug Ford clip first. I lied. So what do you guys think about Carney's posture and the way that he acts? I don't know. What do you think about Doug Ford's rant? Do you think we should have the right to defend ourselves? I can't even say that without laughing, because of course we should. And most importantly, tell me what you guys think about the Conservatives and the Liberals working together on C5. What would you guys like to see? Let me know. Have a great day, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.